One of the feelings he struggles most with is anxiety, and you help him deal with that in a variety of ways. But one of the ways is through the use of a tool that you came up with called the color wheel. And can you say a little bit about what that is and how you use it?
Well, it's like a pie with 6 slices, 6 colors. And I use it to help somebody focus on a particular positive feeling, like serenity, which is blue, and to elevate that. So we're not focusing on anxiety, we're focusing on its opposite.
On the positive feelings.
On the positive feeling, yes.
All right. Well, let's take a look at how you use that with Terry.
Okay.
Well, I use a couple of things that does help. One is the color wheel.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to find it here somewhere.
Yeah, I have it. I kind of memorized, you know, obviously the colors of the color wheel, and so I have a tendency to, if I have it, I have one in my bedroom, so I sometimes will visualize it myself. You know, just look at it, stare at it, and try to use the color to alter my my anxiety at the moment, because we're talking about a high anxiety. We're talking about real shaky nervousness, wringing of the hands, the pacing of the house, the feeling every minute is closer to stress, you know, and it's hard for me to explain sometimes. Just, you know, and my family will say, you know, Dad or brother or husband, you know, that there's nothing for you to be upset about today.
But that doesn't help.
But it doesn't help, and I tried to get them. They started to come to understand that there's nothing that they can just say and
you know, telling someone don't be nervous, and so that doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Let me run through the color wheel real quick. I'm going to give you that. You know, I'll kind of do it as a demonstration here. Yellow is for real energetic, happy feelings, jumping for joy. There's energy, the sun is out, the lambs are leaping.
That nice warmth that comes over you,
But also you're moving or you're thinking about stuff that has movement in it. Blue is for serenity and calm and peace, and that's what you need so much more of, but it's hard to just go there. Blue is like floating on an ocean and looking up at a cloudless sky. It's bliss. And red, which I put in 2 different shades, is for love. The love that's a little hotter, closer to yellow, is all romantic, and you know, you and I have lived through that as young people. Maybe it's not quite, it's more like deep wine when you get older. It's friendship, it's mother-son love, it's but it's meant to be the love of a person, not a symbolic thing, feeling it. So those are the primary colors. And then if love, red, has to do with another person, green, in my definition, is for loving yourself, respecting yourself. Really, Terry, feeling good about Terry.
Yeah.
And we've had to do a lot of work on that.
And that's a hard one to get to for me.
It is. It is.
But I use the wheel, and I think it's how you've directed me. I use the wheel. I don't go right to like yellow, which is, as you said, you know, it's that let's get going, and I feel good about myself, and like you say, the sun's out. It's you feel that warmth of that good feeling coming over you. I can't jump right to that. I mean, I cannot use the color wheel to just all of a sudden, you know, be in yellow.
Well, let me just explain the other 2 colors, and then go into how you're using it. Orange is meant to be for the senses. Eating something that tastes good, touching something that feels good. I mean, sexual feelings belong there too, insofar as they are sensual. And then purple, the last color, is for the sensation that comes with spirituality, the feeling that we're part of something that's much larger and timeless. And I don't know, maybe the way you're put together, Terry, it's easiest to remind yourself of purple and raise that purple up.
I start with kind of the reds, really.
You do, okay.
I do. I start with the reds because to me that is love and the warm feelings of connection. And so when I start the wheel, I try to relax myself first of all and immerse myself into that feeling of that
love.
I'm loved.
Yes.
And that I love.
Yes.
And then I kind of go to the spiritual thing because I bring in God at that point, you know, into trying to make myself less anxious by trying to focus more on God's love and the feelings that I have when I think of the Lord and God in my my life. I try to work my way to get to yellow.
Wait a second. If you go from red to purple, please try to go to blue. Blue is the opposite of anxiety. Blue is calm, serenity, and bliss. And I want Terry to feel that. He starts feeling good feelings, thinking about his love for individuals and then God's love for him. And that works. That raises his red, it raises his purple. Then I want him to just experience calm and peace and trust and bliss.
Yeah.
If Terry,
well, I do, because blue's got I don't get to yellow very often, but I get blue. Blue to me is, see, I kind of think blue is cool, is relaxed.
Yes.
You know, that's the kind of thing. So it's hard for me to get even to blue because you're talking about an anxiety that
I know.
that it's not a you know, a normal case of anxiety. It's an extreme case of anxiety. So
let's practice it here just for a sec. Then we're running toward the end of our time today. Gosh, this goes fast. I
know it.
Am I allowed to enjoy it as much as I do?
Well,
all right, Terry.
I hope you do.
Think red.
Okay.
Kathy, other people in your life.
Family,
yeah. You know, get some of that. Get that nice red. Good. Pull in some purple. I mean, that's your God. And the message from these people and this deity who love you is you're allowed to relax.